I'm having a bad week and I have very little creative energy this week. I'm meeting my deadlines, of course, because that's one of the things you do when you create art for a living. It's not when you feel inspired, it's when the deadline happens, you have to meet it. It's November, so the weather is turning dark, and that usually gives me a little bit of a reset problem. The reason I'm doing this talking head thing is because I was upstairs in my office working on a cartoon and I did not have the energy to do it. I have plenty to do right now, plenty to do this week, and I just needed to do some mindless work. Instead, I've set up at the kitchen island here. I'm working on my prints. I've got a bunch of prints. These are the ones I have to sign. Well, they're already signed. I already did all that. Everyone is hand signed, my 11 by 14 prints. Then I have to take a backer board. I got these rolls of my art bio. I place that on the backer board. And then I will put the print and the backer board inside of one of these cellophane sleeves into the container here. I've got a lot more prints already assembled upstairs. I will have hundreds of prints ready to go for the market. That's a lot of work. And when I use the word work, I know that there are people out there and people I know who, whenever I mention the word work, when I refer to my profession, I get dismissive guffaws or work. What do you know about work? I didn't start doing art for a living until I was about 30. I didn't start doing it full time until I was 35. I'm 54 now. I've had plenty of jobs. This is the hardest one I've ever had, working for myself, creating art for a living, because the creating the art part is not the hardest part. That's the easy part, the fun. And it's probably about, I'm going to guess, 20% of how I spend my time doing this as a business. The rest is marketing. The rest is selling it. Kevin Costner's line from Field of Dreams, "If you build it, they will come," is absolute bullshit. Half of my business is editorial cartooning, which means I do syndicated editorial cartoons. I have to follow news and politics for a living, and I have had to do that since the late 90s. That takes a toll on your psyche. It gives you a poor outlook on people, on humanity. Now, that said, that's half my job. The other half is the whimsical wildlife artwork I do. Here's one of my favorites. It's a hippopotamus. Calgary Zoo sells a lot of these. It's still one of my personal favorites. I really enjoy it. I put a lot of work into that. Like every painting I do, it takes 15, 20 hours to do. That doesn't even count getting the photo reference, which I often like to take myself. I took the photo reference for that one at the Calgary Zoo. I have not been able to paint my artwork, the whimsical wildlife artwork. This stuff is licensed on different products. It's sold in prints in the Calgary Zoo, the Toronto Zoo, Discovery Wildlife Park in Innisfail. I'm selling this stuff at the Banff Christmas Market along with magnets and coasters and calendars, and I'll do another video about the different products that I'm selling at the Banff Christmas Market this year and at the Calgary Expo. But all of the preparation that takes, it's extensive. And then now I'm doing commissions for private clients painting their pets, which is fun work. I enjoy it. I enjoy those clients. They're usually clients that have been following my work for a long time, and I enjoy the back and forth with them. And I enjoy creating the artwork for them. And I charge a premium for it because it's a custom piece of artwork. Right now I've got a waiting list. While I'm working on those, I can't work on other things. So one of the things that's giving me a lot of angst right now is that I can't focus on creating my whimsical wildlife art because I'm focused on the editorial cartoons, which seems like it's all Trump all the time. I'm so sick of drawing that guy. I won't get into politics. I know a lot of people follow my channel for the whimsical wildlife art. They do not want to talk politics. I get it. I won't. but I still have to draw it every day. And that's a deadline every single day. And it's no mystery that newspapers are failing. I have significantly fewer clients. It's still half my income, so I still have to do it. The whimsical wildlife stuff isn't having a great year this year. That's fine. Nobody is. Every retail business is becoming a victim of the economy and the news, and people are scared, so people are hanging on to their money. I'm frustrated. When it has to pay your bills, it's not as much fun anymore. A lot of people, they look at this and the first thing they think is, oh, that's AI. No, I drew that in, I think, 2014 or 2013. It's one of my most popular prints. And you still run into people who will say, no, it's AI. So a perfect stranger can walk up to my booth and not only call me a liar and a thief, having never met me, just because they saw something on Facebook or on Instagram or on TikTok and they want to feel superior. So they're going to go, you know what? You're a liar. That's AI art. I'm still compiling my thoughts on AI art. I'm going to have a whole thing on that. It's not going to go away. So it's basically how to adapt to it. It's yet one more, hopefully not nail in the coffin of an art career. There's part of me now that's thinking, there's no way I'm ever going to share this, because the only reason I got a YouTube channel was to promote my artwork. And I don't think any one of you signed up or subscribed or signed up for my email list so that I could bring you down, because that's not my intent. I like the fact that people tell me how much my artwork makes them happy. When I'm working at the Banff Christmas Market at my booth at the Calgary Expo, and people come up and they see a wall behind me of my funny looking animals, they smile. And a lot of them don't even know they're doing it. That's a nice thing. That's a great feeling. Here's my latest one, a snowy owl. I'm looking forward to seeing how this is going to do at the Banff Christmas Market this year. When I finished it, it was more of a relief than anything. And you can see on my YouTube channel how I painted this. I'm spent. I'm burnt. I could use a month off. But couldn't we all? But I can't help feeling that any kind of complaints I make is ungrateful. And there's some shame that goes with that, saying, how dare I complain? Not looking for sympathy here. Maybe a little empathy. That all the shit you see on YouTube of everybody living their best life, they're not telling you the reality of it. I'm not feeling it this week. But perhaps, because I'm expressing it and because I'm talking to the camera, by the time 2 weeks rolls around and I have to start selling my work at the Banff Christmas Market, I'm a professional. I will put on a happy face. I will engage with my customers. I will tell them the stories. I will not bring them down. But hopefully I feel better by then, so it won't be such a struggle. Because right now I'm struggling. I'm having a hard time reminding myself why I do this, when it's just one hit after another lately. Thank you for listening. Maybe that's all I needed. Take care.